Netflix is begging users to please stop calling serial killer Ted Bundy hot. Well, that's what's happened. It's happening. The latest example of a thirsty meme that's circling the web is the renewed notion that Ted Bundy, the serial killer who confessed to 30 homicides across 7 states, was very good looking. In fact, super hot. And Netflix wishes that you would please stop saying that. Why is Netflix saying that? Well, because they have a documentary series about him called Conversations with a Killer, the Ted Bundy tapes. And the new Sundance film, well, there's a Sundance film coming out. I'll tell you about that later. But there is so there's a documentary series. Everyone's talking about the Ted Bundy one, and everyone's saying, oh, he's so handsome, he's so handsome. Of course, Bundy was certainly handsome. I don't know if I agree. Looks to me like he's got a unibrow. I don't find unibrows handsome. That's just my personal opinion. I don't find women to be attracted to unibrows, but apparently, you know, this particular unibrow is hot, I guess. I don't know. The guy's not smoldering hot. Let's get a grip. Anyways, here's a quote. I've seen a lot of talk about Ted Bundy's alleged hotness and would like to gently remind everyone that there are literally thousands of hot men on the service, almost all of whom are not convicted serial murderers. Please note, this is what Netflix says. Of course, Bundy was handsome. He specifically used his charm, apparently, and the document shows this. Used his looks in order to ensnare his victims, exploit their trust, and then empower them. The documentary series isn't the only reason the meme has surfaced. Critics have been torn over the film coming out. It's called Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. And it's a fictionalized film that romanticizes Bundy by casting a former heartthrob, Zac Efron, in the role of Bundy. So they even cast a really handsome actor to play him in this in the fictional movie. So, well, it's obviously based on based on facts. This isn't the first time, by the way, that Netflix has had to warn its viewers from doing or saying stupid stuff. They most recently, and I covered this on Weird AF News, had to beg people to stop participating in the Bird Box Challenge, in which people tried to perform everyday tasks while blindfolded, just like Sandra Bullock's character in the film Bird Box. And then they posted these results on YouTube, and it didn't go well. I think I did a story, yes I did, about a woman who crashed her car because she was driving blindfolded, doing the Bird Box Challenge. So Netflix has had to come out and say, hey people, stop acting like idiots. Well, guess what, Netflix? I don't know if you're a listener of Weird AF News, then you'll know this, but maybe I just have to inform you if you're listening that people aren't going to stop acting like idiots. It's just not happening. I mean, I cover this stuff every day, the behavior of idiots, and it's not going away anytime soon. Do you guys think Ted Bundy's hot, by the way? I haven't watched the documentary yet, but it is on my list, and I'm going to get to it. I'm fascinated by it. I just really want to see a guy who defends himself, as a serial killer that defends himself in court. To me, is the most craziest thing about this whole story about this guy. But yeah, you know, his reputation of being attractive is a thing. In fact, there's a walking tour, a Ted Bundy murder walking tour in Seattle, and it is astoundingly skewed to female participants. Like the ladies take this walking tour because apparently so many women think this guy's hot and they're all about him. It's crazy to me. They covered that walking tour actually on one of my favorite Netflix series, which was called Dark Tourist, hosted by a guy who I now can say is an acquaintance of mine, David Farrier, who I met at a party a couple months ago. But within that dark tourism series, he does some dark walking tours, and he goes to Seattle and does that tour and is astounded by how many hot women are on the walking tour, because apparently people are in love with Ted Bundy. I don't know why. Are you people stupid? I mean, it's like, all right, well, hey, we're empowering a serial killer. Whatever. I just gave a thumbs up on a Pablo Escobar place, so like, who am I to speak ill about people who enjoy Ted Bundy? Do you have a favorite serial killer? Let's ask this question. Do you have a favorite serial killer? I have a favorite serial killer, and I'm not going to tell you about it here. I'll do an in-depth coverage of this particular serial killer in history. I actually have two. One is kind of modern, and one is from hundreds of years ago. Maybe I'll do them on my Patreon. But maybe you have a favorite serial killer. I'd love for you to call Weird AF News and tell me about your favorite serial killer, because, and especially if you're a crazy person, I want to hear it. Do you like the Bundy brow, as I call it, the Bundy unibrow? Maybe that's what gets you off, huh? The Bundy brow. Call Weird AF News, 646-450-2012. I'm Jonesy. I love you. By the way, don't kill anybody, please. Weird AF News, disclaimer, does not condone serial killing, nor being a cocaine murderer. Just saying. Do I need to say this?